Hi there, my name is Niamh Fitzgibbon and I'm from New Ross. I'm a candidate in the New Ross Town Council only. It's my first time out and I'm kind of terrified but looking forward to it and enjoying the trip. So I just want to first of all thank the Kilmore Global Awareness Group and in particular Delacey Ahern for getting in contact with me and inviting me and us to come and speak to you guys. I'm very flattered by it. Unfortunately, the way the canvassing is so intense at the moment, just the timing of it, I think I'd be better use of my time to spend the 4 hours here on the campaign trail and trying to get elected than down with you guys at the moment. But like I said, I'm very flattered and I want to make it up to you guys, and I would like to go down there soon. I have a strong attachment to Kilmore. My dad is a bird watcher all his life, and he brought us out there a few times to look at the puffins and kittiwakes and all the beautiful birds out there. And I've always had a ball, always get scorched out there. I have unfinished business in Kilmore. I did a charity swim about 3 years ago that was unsuccessful. I didn't manage to swim the whole way from Saltees in, and got caught in a reef there, and I'd still be swimming if I didn't get into the boat. So I do feel, like I said, I have work to do. I'm not finished in Kilmore yet. So I have a strong attachment to the place, and I know exactly why you'd feel so protective of it. It was actually swimming that piqued my interest in the environment for the first time ever as a young teenager when I joined secondary school, and was very disappointed to find out that there was invisible pollution in the water in the form of nuclear waste coming from Sellafield. This is way back in 1985. At the time, our English teacher encouraged us not to be happy being just angry and to try and get ourselves involved in some way, and she pointed us in the direction of a few initiatives and activities we could be doing to try and make a difference. And at the time I remember looking at the Green Party and being pretty unimpressed, to tell you the truth, just being a realist about it. I could see the campaigns that the other parties were putting out there, and I really didn't see that the Green Party could compete equally or have any kind of influence with their handmade posters and the idea that everybody gets to take a turn at being the leader. And instead I moved towards Greenpeace. Since then, and in the meantime, everything has changed. And I know people kind of use this platitude about the party punching above its weight, but that's exactly what it is doing, considering the size of the party and the length of time it's been around. I'm not questioning it. I just see that it is a very influential platform all of a sudden, and I'm a pragmatist. If there's a chance that now that where there wasn't before for the environmental platform to have more of a say, well then by all means I'll use it if I can. Specifically, my reason for getting involved in local politics in New Ross is that I feel quite disappointed with the level of mismanagement that's out there, and yeah, I've personal experience of it, and again, taking the lead from my very good English teacher way back then, I'm not happy being angry. I want to get involved and make a difference. The initiative that got my goat, first of all, was the problem with litter in New Ross. We have a terrible problem with litter in New Ross, and in particular with dog dirt. And you don't need me to tell you that it's dirty, dangerous and disgusting. So I chose to do something about it. I approached the town council with the sponsorship of local businesses. I bought 10 bins for people to put their dog waste in. I got them sponsored by local business, and I asked the town council to install them and maintain them, which they agreed to do. Interestingly, the town council in New Ross had the money to do this 3 years ago. that was allocated from central government, but they didn't draw down the money and they didn't put in the bins back then because between them the 9 politicians of New Ross Town Council couldn't agree where to put these bins. Now when I heard this I just thought, you know what, that's just not good enough, and it might be good enough for them but it's not good enough for me. And rather than go in and try and play one against the other and try and work with the system that was there, I just chose to go above their heads completely and deal directly with the town manager. Took the approach, I want to make you look good, you make Ross look good, we'll all just be effective rather than be territorial about it, which I think is the real problem with local politics, particularly in New Ross. Not all local governments are as divisive as New Ross, but New Ross has a particular problem with it. And that's basically the story of how I got started. And the more involved in the town council I got, the more into it I got, and the more into it I got, the more respect I seem to get, and I'm very lucky that I seem to be good at it. I'm enjoying myself, but I'm getting a lot of backing, and the more backing I get, the more confident I get, and hopefully the more effective I'll be. So I'm very flattered to say that the party gave me the position of Green Party spokesperson on health in February, and I was blown away by it. It's a big portfolio and I was totally flattered to get it. But on the other hand, once I got used to the idea, I believe I'm actually in a perfect position to take such a spokesperson's job. I do truly believe in the priority of primary health care. I think as a country we should be investing in the health of healthy people and maintaining that health. And this has benefits for us as individuals, but also for the exchequer, because it's actually cheaper in the long run to keep healthy people healthy than to try and make sick people well again. Really simply. And I get this on a very personal level. That's why I'm an athlete, and that's why I've got the energy levels that I have, because I'm healthy. And I feel at a policy level that the government should support initiatives where people look after their own health, stay well, get involved in sport, promote healthy food, healthy local organic food. It all ties in very well with green issues and what I'm about anyway. So it makes sense, and I'm terribly flattered to have the job and want to make the best use of it. I just want to finish up. I don't want to bore you. I'm very glad to have had this opportunity for you that you gave me, so that you could have a look at me and hopefully a bit of a listen to me. I hope it made sense. I'd encourage you to have a look at my website. It's pretty simple, nefitzgibbon.ie, and I totally encourage you to get in contact with me to let me know your feelings on this presentation or any of your other concerns. I just want to take this opportunity finally to remind you that I care deeply about Kilmore. I think you have something very precious down there. I know how sensitive the ecology is down there, and I know that it's under threat, in particular from some very large scale interests. You have a very precious ecology. You have a very beautiful coastline, and it's the kind of thing I know that if you don't have it, you can't recreate it. And there are places in the country and outside the country who would just, they'd love to have the natural resource that we have, and it's our duty to protect it. I know you take the job very seriously, and the best of luck with your work. I'd love to be of help to you, and hopefully you feel that I can be of help to you. Thanks very much for inviting us all to talk, and the very best of luck.